Hey guys, what's up? This is Dan Waterman here, back with another episode of the Chill Corner with my fellow host, Minus Console, for another topic today. Say hello, Console.
Hello.
Very good. Now, pretty much for this episode is going to be a very special one. A little bit like a perfect public service announcement thing where we're just pretty much going to lay out the premise of the show in particular. Now, I know for the first 3 episodes we did was basically just us wearing tinfoil hats and just calling off all the stuff that pisses us off at what the world and everything's going on. I'm like, I know we got enough of that. So I thought to myself, like, what was the main reason why I made this show? Well, it's to be honest, it's to chill. So we kind of deviate for that a little bit. So for the next few episodes going on, it's going to be maintaining that chill concept. We'll still have like moments where we have to wear tin foils and all that, so that's going to be there, but it won't be as prevalent in the future episodes. In case for this one, we're not wearing tinfoil hats. This is going to be probably the most chill you're ever going to hear us talk.
Yeah, well, probably for the best anyway.
Yeah, definitely. Also, here's going to have a couple of things he wants to talk about, like stuff we found, like in certain stores and antiques and stuff. But in the later half, I will be revealing you guys a tale, a very special tale that's personal and near and dear to my heart, about someone I care about the most, that who I met years ago, who became my significant other. But I won't go too into details, that's not to spoil anything. So like with every episode, we start off with what's known as a chill sandwich. We start off with something easy, like icebreakers, have a little bit of convo, like how's your day, and so on and so forth. Then we get right into it. So, like with before, for today's question will be, what will be your ideal Halloween costume?
Oh, considering how I haven't been taking care of myself lately and being pudgy, I might just try and find a costume that probably would suit my build. Probably Leatherface from Texas Chainsaw.
Dude,
why not?
Dude, that'll be well, that'll definitely be nightmare fuel who can trust with Leatherface, but it'll definitely be what it'll be for Halloween, so you'll definitely be scaring some folks, which I think will be a good thing.
Fair enough.
For me, I pretty much I'll just rehash what I did last year and make myself Dr. Skellington, which is, well, I didn't even tell you this costume because I wore it before. It's basically a entire vampire-esque outfit with a vest, with a badge on the front, like velvet dress pants, shoes, with a fur cloak around, and then I just wear a huge skull mask that moves when I talk. And dude, how many pictures I got for kids, because not only did they like my costume, but I did kind of freak them out when I was giving out candy one year.
Oh Lord.
I wasn't aiming to scare them because like it was cold and I was trying not to move too much. And I'm like, while my partner was spilling his candy, I was just standing there to look like a statue. And as soon as I turned my head, I think one kid was so frightened he didn't even want to get up the steps to approach it. I was both
purely accidental.
Yeah, I was both proud and a little sad because I kind of scared that kid away. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it, but evidently that's kind of how it was. But they still enjoyed it. He still got his candy and all that stuff. So it was a good night. Alright, now we're a little bit loosening up. Now we're going to be getting to the topic of a couple topics of the day. For this half, will be Gonzo's floor. He's told me he pretty much has some stuff he wanted to talk about, pretty much stuff we want to be laughing about. So, without further ado, Gonzo, you have the floor.
Well, I believe I can't remember if it was discussed within our previous episodes or not, but we've been having things about modern movies and stuff like that, and the whole thing about the pirating and whatnot. So instead of just, the typical, bullshit complaining about it, I've been basically having a nice run of luck going down to this thrift stuff that's been open for about a year or so now. It's a nice little thrift shop that's like way south of me, right next to the usual pharmacy I go to for my medications and whatnot. And thankfully, they have quite a lot of bargains for me to be able to like splurge on without costing me too much. Like, I have ended up amassing thanks to this. When I previously moved into my apartment back in 2011, I already have quite a bit of a home movie collection going on right now. And it's
Wow.
been growing still since.
Jeez.
And like mostly DVDs and VHS tapes because, well, they're a little bit cheaper. However, though, I am a bit, considering I was pretty much growing up in the 90s and the early 2000s, I still like to
Same.
tape it every now and then anyways.
Same.
Yeah. And thankfully the one store that I go down to, they have theirs for cheap. A lot of the movies that I'm familiar with, and a lot of the ones that I should be taking a look at, because a lot of them I don't think I ever came across with on a DVD or hell anywhere else before. I'm like, well, might as well give it a shot. And it's basically amassed to just this massive collection. And hell, because of this thrift store that I pretty much have went to for the movies and whatnot, it's even got me a lot of the other shit that I like to enjoy that I didn't get to as a kid because my family was kind of poor and all that stuff, and had me open up pretty much another vein of stuff that I kind of enjoyed as a kid because we were fortunate enough to deal with, but not on a not on a personal level because I never got to actually own stuff. Like for now, I ended up like finding like a couple of used PC CDs, PC games, a couple of actually working PlayStation and PlayStation 2 because I got a small PS2 Slim that works.
No way. No.
Yeah.
Way.
Yeah, this one I've had for a while, and I was able to even modify it because there are some like modifications to do that, so that way it doesn't even have to be if a PlayStation 2 or PS1 CD goes out, you got to back up with like a ISO or something like that. And then at one point I was like, yeah, and basically with it going on, I was like, well, maybe I want to alleviate that because I don't know how long this PlayStation 2 will last. So I ended up getting myself off of eBay of PlayStation 1, which has some issues, but oh well.
Dude, you just unlocked the freaking vault in my brain. So just said PS2 Slim. Because believe it or not, my iconic first video game system that I got for myself was a PlayStation 2 Slim back in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
That was literally my go-to into video game world, was a PlayStation 2 Slim.
Believe it or not, my entry was because my parents ended up getting a hold of a secondhand Sega Genesis for a while. We ended up having a few Sega Genesis games with it, and eventually, my mother ended up getting way into Pokemon so much, we ended up getting ourselves a Nintendo 64 and a PlayStation 2. But back in the day, because it was basically brand new, it was basically the fat version, which was basically a thick boy. Oh my god, my mom loved Pokemon a whole lot. I mean, she basically went through it, Pokemon Stadium, Pokemon Puzzle League. And she also liked playing on the PlayStation 2 a lot of the MMORPGs, like can't remember which one, but it's definitely after Final Fantasy VII. But she played several of the Final Fantasies that were available for PlayStation and PlayStation 2.
Okay,
God, she loved that shit so much.
Now I'm racking my brain. After 7, that would probably have been like 10 and 11. Like 10 and 12, because 11 was a PC game. Like, so I think it was like 10 or 12.
Some of those were like from the PlayStation 1 era, basically 8 and 9, I believe.
Oh, okay.
especially 9 with, I believe 9 is basically with the cute little designs.
Yep, I know the game. I know which one. One of the freaking hardest bosses, freaking Ozma, that huge freaking swirling ball.
But yeah, that kind of stuff ended up having me getting a hold of my own stuff as well. And like, thanks to that thrift store, I ended up basically coming across more and more stuff, like some VCRs that I can use. And above all else, the most fucking miracle purchase that I've ever came across to top all this off, to hand it back to you, was for some fucking reason, and I swear to God, it still works. It's just trying to get replacement components for it is kind of a hit or miss. This fucking compact VHS-C camcorder with a manufacture date. I'm looking at this right now from October of '95. Made by RCA. Like, I'm surprised. I was looking for a new camcorder to deal with because I've got a digital one, but it's a gift from a friend of mine. But it was on its way out because it was an inexpensive, no-name fucking digital camcorder that I just have struggles with because it was basically didn't even have any sort of autofocus or some of the major features with it. It was kind of hard to figure it out as well. But all of a sudden, one day when I was down at the thrift store for the movies and whatnot, I basically came across this fucking buck. It's fucking the case of the fucking camcorder. I decided to look into it. I was like, holy shit! I hope this shit still works. So it basically came with its own case, this camcorder, a few fucking cords, thankfully, that I didn't need to buy replacement parts for. Shit still works. There was tape left in it. The only sour note about it is it was somebody's couple of home movies, and in between a few innocent clips of kids and parties and all that, was an unsavory, how do I describe this? Well, it's not unsavory, and it was gross, like a crime scene or anything like that.
Okay. I was spot for a second there.
Thankfully no. It was just entertainment. We'll leave it at that.
Okay, yeah, you will not need to go into detail for that. For those who are curious, there's no entertainment, and leave it at that. You can pretty much get that from your own imagination. We're not going to describe that. We're not even going to say it. Just say entertainment and leave it at that. Leave that to your imagination. Boom.
Yeah, but hey, at least the damn thing actually works, and I was able to get a little adapter so that way I could insert it into a VCR, so I could just erase the tape and reuse it.
Well, that's good.
Thank God for that. And even there's even some parts online that I could be able to use in order to make it all digital, but we're using all the components of the camcorders too. So, whew. Let's look at thrift store, and my desire to get some old shit because I never got to experience it as a kid. It's been fucking great. And on the dime too. That thing costed me like $15. $16. That's a bargain.
Get out of here. No way. Dude, you got a freaking deal right there, man.
It essentially is. It's a nice wonder because if sometimes you can't get it new, because especially given how tariffs are starting to make everything you need for some basic things much more expensive, sometimes it helps to just basically turn back the clock a little bit, go for something that's gently used, still works, and hell, you just find in any yard sale or thrift store. Hell, I don't have a smart TV, but thankfully I got the option of a Roku and plenty of TVs that still has HDMI ports, so I'm willing to work with that, and still have a CRT as a backup. Currently, I have a bunch of widescreen TVs because basically a lot of shit are widescreen nowadays. But I still have in my closet if I need to break it out, there was basically a small It's not portable small, but it's pretty small enough for me to carry around. Although it'll break my back if I do it again. A small CRT TV, basically with a built-in VCR and a AM/FM radio in there. That if I have to, I can break it out anytime I want. Because like, I'm basically using old TV and adapting because, sadly, with the shit that's been going on right now, making shit more expensive, doesn't hurt to shop smart.
Exactly.
Especially given, yes, even trying to get a hold of fucking all the shit that I may need, so that way I can just pirate some shit and move it onto DVDs and fucking, if I have to, I'll even go old school. And a lot of people have done this as well, put them on VHS tapes. I got plenty of blank tapes to work with too, so I'm all prepared. Sometimes older can be a little bit better.
No, yeah, that's good. I totally agree.
Yeah.
You got a freaking like a gold mine of like nostalgia for a store to grab all the stuff that you got.
Yeah.
Honestly, I wish I had like a store when I'm at that had all that stuff. Like famous movies back in the day I used to watch as a kid. I can go see and all that stuff. Man, I would like to have a store like that.
You don't have a Goodwill near you?
Oh no. Well, the closest thing to have was like some kind of thrift store that pretty much is not Goodwill, but it's basically something close. But mostly they do is give out like toys for kids and like clothes that people nobody wears. Anything like electronics, like light bulbs and furniture and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same with me, because like the thrift store that I go to is not even Goodwill. It's also just some other brand name, because the nearest Goodwill is 20-minute drive, and like I'm not even gonna bother with it because last time I was over there, it's such a small area to work with and not very much room. I mean, the only thing I got over there, and it's been years ago, just basically a electric kettle.
Electric kettle is good for tea.
Oh yes, yeah. It's basically a small white kettle that you plug in, and it automatically warms up your water.
I mean, that's good.
Does help.
Purpose is saving on if you're like using like gas stove, it saves on gas. If you want to like make some more water.
Yeah. Plus, it's not having to deal with needing like an application on your phone and your details to rob. So, yeah.
That's okay. Oh, then I just started laughing because of that. Like, who will make a tea kettle that you like have to think with your phone to use?
Yeah. Like, fucking why? I mean, it's already bad enough. There's my robot devices already need my information, all that stuff. There's already shit on my computer that needs my info and stuff. I think I'm fine over there as is. I think they've already got enough of me as is. I don't think they need to know about what water I have or what's been on my fucking VHS camcorder or what's been in my VCR for the past few days or whatever. I think that's fine.
I think it just speaks to this guy on a freaking computer just typing up like, oh, he's watching that again, huh? Man, that's the third time this week, man. I was wondering he's gonna watch something else. Come on, man. Get some variety, man. I need to watch them too.
I have my comfort movies there, damn it.
God darn it. Oh, that would have been freaking crazy, stupid funny, but yeah, you have a point. Oh, jeez, I would not want to have like something that I have to use my phone to use, like an electric kettle. It's already enough that's pretty much convenient to pretty much heat and get some more water. I don't even use my phone for it. I'm not that weird. Oh, jeez.
Yep, that's about all I got.
Now that was a good laugh, and oh boy, did I need it. Because, like I said, the story I'm going to tell, it's a little bit of a long one, so like fasten your seatbelts and all that stuff. I kind of need a laugh just to get myself like hyped up and ready. But
And
chances this might be your first listening to it too.
And that is?
The story of how I met my wife.
Huh. I have been curious.
Yeah, pretty much I've been kind of sitting on this like for a couple of weeks now. I was thinking like at some point I do want to make an episode out of it. And pretty much since we kind of decision like we should do something a little bit more lighthearted in the future episodes, and I figured why not let it start off with this and pretty much get that kind of ball rolling, I guess you could say. So like you and everybody else is going to be listening, this is pretty much the tale of how I met my wife and everything that happened in between. So pretty much I won't go into huge details. I'll probably like summarize it here and there. I've been on some like important parts and everything. So just let you know beforehand. So it was years ago. I wasn't really living where I'm currently at the time. I was pretty much living in another state, doing my own crap, basically. It's no honesty, I didn't really have a home. I was had to be homeless, but I was staying in a homeless shelter that pretty much lets you have a roof over your head, but you have to work in order to stay. It had its own hang-ups and everything. I won't go into detail. It's just like it was good for what it was, but it wasn't like a home thing for you. Anyway, I pretty much was taking some time out. Finally got myself a new system by myself, an Xbox Series S. I think I had a regular one, but that went to crap. And I just started surfing the games, like just something I want to play, something that's free, I don't have to pay for it. There was this one called Fantasy Star Online 2. That whole MMORPG that pretty much everybody knows, was probably played before, and it was like very popular back in the day. And I was just like going through things, story and everything, go through dungeons by myself, just going on randoms. Then one day, I was just completely bored, had nothing to do, and I just come across this circle of players just like on the floor, just sitting cross-legged, just talking. I'm like, I'm bored, I got nothing else to do. I might as well just ingratiate myself in and just talk to them, and then that's where it started. They started asking me questions, I asked them questions, started chatting, and we was having a good old time. And before I knew it, I was sitting right next to a certain player. And pretty much there, game tag was galaxy and all that stuff was, so that was their game tag. I'm like, okay, this having a good vibe and all stuff, we're chatting and all that stuff, having a good time and everything. Then for some reason something clicked between us. I couldn't tell you what it was, but it was something. After that, we basically just started playing together. We were doing dungeons together, pretty much chatting and all that stuff and playing and everything. Everything was just going great. I'm having fun with this person. Like I did not know them at all. I mean, probably they didn't know me, but we were basically just having that good rapport, I guess you could say. Like good friends and everything. Then pretty much it got a little bit more, I won't say personal, but it got more real, I guess you could say. And pretty much they started trusting me more, pretty much with conversations, and I started trusting them more with my little bit of vulnerabilities, and pretty much we started opening up a little bit and started talking about our past and what we dealt with and what we're dealing with and all this stuff. And then it just continued to grow in there. I'm like, I thought nothing of it. Like, well, just hey, I'm just getting a friend, like probably an alright friend that I was pretty much being with and having a good time with. But little by little, something must have started like sparking. A little spark, like couldn't even describe it, but it was like just something that was like pushing us further to continue to grow this bond. And we kind of escalated by just playing on only PSO2, but we migrated to Red Dead Redemption 2. Technically online, basically where you pretty much play with other people and just go through missions and stuff like that as your own character. And that's when I finally started to hear that voice, which was a she, because I didn't know firsthand. It's like, you know, like if you're talking to online people, like you don't really know them until you talk to them or see them. So when we finally got into a party and started talking, and then heard her voice and she heard mine, and then this some sweet time. They talk with each other, have converse before we go to sleep and everything. And then random day, one random day, we didn't plan for it. I didn't even plan for it. We were just on peso too and all this stuff. We were just playing like normal. And then out of nowhere, she asked me a question, like about having a crush, like do you like all that stuff and feelings. I'm like, no, like what would you do if you had feelings for someone? Like what would you tell them? I'm like, well, I would have been honest. I would just come on up and say it and all that stuff. It was just like a just random conversation, and I feel like sometimes like I think that was a sign. Now for listeners, I am incredibly dense and oblivious to signs in terms of relationships. I'm just gonna lay that out there. What I'm about to say next. I am oblivious. So do not come after me once I tell you this part.
Rest assured, there is a happy ending to this.
Yeah, but we're about to get to the funny part. Trust me. So basically, like, someone just told me this. Come out and say it. I'm like, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm trying to get it out there. I'm like, I was about to say, hey, and before I could finish saying because like I said, we're in a party. We're pretty much in an open one, so basically people can jump in and all that stuff and we want to talk. As soon as I was about to say it, I was about to confess, her friend pops in the party before I can even say anything. Says, hey guys, what's up? And by goodness, I was laughing so freaking hard. Because like it was building up. You had that moment, and he jumps in and said, like, hey, what's going on? And Yangtze lost it. He went off on him and said, you son of a biscuit eating sandwich, man, you ruined it. And the funny part about it is, he didn't even know what he did wrong. He's like, what did I do? And I'm literally on the floor. I am just rolling my sides with her, and there was tears in my eyes. I was laughing so hard because all the cosmic comedic timing of anything, that was it. It could not get no funnier than that. And she raked him over the coals for that.
You tense ass motherfucker.
He literally, like, she was like feeling it, and like there was the moment like, shit. Here comes comedic relief when you least expect it. And I'm like, God dang it, that was perfectly timed.
Oh, God. There's even a movie that kind of breaks it apart, that breaks down all this kind of crap together. Oh, Lord, this should be a movie night. Fucking. Oh, Lord. I wonder if I should put on, like, this fucking comedy that's like a rom-com called Heart Beeps that used to be with the great Andy Kaufman, if memory serves me. Pretty much just a nice little robotic rom-com where it basically breaks down kind of sappy parts like this that they put into romance movies.
That's a good idea.
Oh man.
Definitely put on the poll for the next movie night then.
Oh yeah. It'll probably be after April. I'm dedicating an entire month just for us to watch anime.
Gotcha.
Anyways.
Gotcha.
Yes, back to the story.
So Christmas, I'm so laughing and dying. She is pissed. He is confused. We're just having a whole moment. About 30 minutes in this. 30 minutes, 20 of it was me just dying and her just going off. We finally calmed down and I explained it. He's like, oh, well, my bad.
I think we disconnected. Did you disconnect it?
He said, my bad. And he left. She was just mad a little bit. I calmed her down. Pretty much I said, look, there's always another opportunity. It's gonna happen, so don't worry about it. So even though she was mad, she was kind of laughing afterwards because, like, for me, for myself, she saw the comedic time in it too, so she couldn't help but laugh after it. Because right then she was pissed, but yeah, she laughed too afterward. Because, like, you cannot make this crap up. Jeez. So pretty much we give it a second, probably like a day or so. I invited her to play pretty much Red Dead Redemption 2 and all that. We got on the call. So I gave her that moment. I prayed the scene the moment. I made sure that the party was private this time because I know for a fact if we try this again, odds are he would have done it again by accident. I would like to reiterate the fact that when the first time he did it was completely accident. He didn't know what we were doing. He was just saw us like, hey guys, what's up? And I made sure that the call was private so that didn't happen again. Cause I don't think I would have had it in me to do a do-over again. Oh jeez. So pretty
God.
much. Yeah.
Like, Jesus. Please let this man have his chance. If there is such a man, I'm agnostic, by the way, so I'm open to the chance of there being an actual being out there that helps control this kinds of stuff. Give this man a chance to have a chance with this woman he met on Phantasy Star Online.
So basically, we got the call. I made sure it was private, and pretty much I laid it out there. Pretty much I told her that she woke something in me. She created a spark in me that I didn't have, and all that stuff. I just laid it full bare, and I confessed to her right then. And I waited for a second, then she. Okay, this is another funny part, but it's a little bit less funny than friend jumping in. So pretty much we found our real names, and pretty much I told her my real name, and she told me mine. So when I confessed, I said her real name. And then when she went to say my name, she mispronounced it.
Oh Lord.
I'm like, I'm saying to myself, this comedic timing, just this comedy, whatever is out there, it's like targeted us at this point. Because I'm like, how? Just how? Why? I'm trying not to laugh because this moment is a romantic moment and I can't afford to laugh, but I think she heard me chuckle. So I'm like, you cannot make this up. This is like freaking movie level time comedic magic that's going on here. I'm like, God darn it. Realized that pretty much both of us had a crush on one another, and pretty much we made it official, made boyfriend and girlfriend right then, and started seeing each other for a while. Talking, that's the first. I think that's the first part. So now we're gonna be getting into intermission, which is what I call the wow moments.
Oh boy.
Now the wow moments is basically. Of course, like this, like romantic stuff, like pretty much like having video calls and talks and stuff like that. But these wild moments in particular are like the little bit of the weirdness that happened before we officially met face to face. Well, pretty much she ingratiated me into her friend group and everything. We started chatting and all that stuff. One guy in particular felt some type of way about that. I'm not going to use any names, but I do have a nickname for him called Toxic Rat. I call him that because he's like the spawn of a ex that she had before that was pretty toxic. But this is a different type of toxicity. So this is an intermission, so just want to get this out here. So Toxic Rat, he was like the go-to friend for her. Like basically, whatever he had, he got for her. He bought her stuff and all that stuff, and hung out about that. And the funny thing about here's the funniest thing ironic. He was the guy that set us up. Can you believe that? He was the one that set us up. He had to feel some type of way that we were together. He did not like it one bit. He went out of his way to try to derail us. And basically just try to set us up on board of a ranch. It did not work.
What piston is more makes all of a sudden be like, okay, I regret this happening. Now I'm gonna undo it. What the hell made him fucking do that shit?
Well, for But the unfortunate part for him is that it didn't work out like that. It actually worked for us. And pretty much got us together. And since he regretted that, now he's pretty much trying to find ways to derail it by doing more stuff for her, pretty much buying stuff for like he bought her like a whole pack of like sparkling juices, like whole bottles of it. Not just that, like figure whole bags of beef jerky. Whole hopes of pretty much try to win her over. And of course,
Oh God, we're reaching simp territory.
you can say simp, but it wasn't a simp. If I could be specific.
It might have been me, considering it feels like simp-like behavior. Hell, him hoping that he would be a rebound kind of plays into that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's some very, very weird behavior.
Yeah. And like I said, it kind of builds a little bit because because like the intermission kind of ties into the second part, because what happens next is going to begin the second part. But this intermission, I'm basically introduce you to TheRelaxed and what's going to happen that kind of solidifies the bond between me and the galaxy to the point where it's inseparable. And that's what's going to lie into the second part. So intermission is just me introducing this character to you.
Fair enough.
So now we're into the last half, basically the premise where I met him personally and then leading up everything to what's happening now. So, as we were talking and everything, about me thinking about visiting her and all that stuff and all that, because the place I was at was just getting just freaking annoying. I won't go into the details, basically like, I got a job, finally got a job, and then started storing all of my checks, so I couldn't even buy anything properly because of it. And I just figured, this ain't gonna work. So what I decided to do, when I got my second check, instead of like staying there for a couple days, I decided just to move, just to start over and move. I put my stuff, get my bus ticket, I'm gonna implement this part because this is kind of necessary. My trip is my trip. And my goodness gracious, I got the most unluckiest trip ever.
Oh boy, I can't wait to try to compare. Let's see.
So basically, I got my ticket, I was going on my bus, I just went from state to state. We got to the bus stop, it was like late at night, and I was really just getting on the bus, and everything was the last to go home, and I was looking to get a seat. And I was sitting next to this guy, and we were just having some conversation, and we were doing some things late night, we were trying to get some sleep. For no apparent reason, I feel something next to me, because I'm trying to sleep, and I feel something next to me, I'm like, what the heck is that? I turn my head, and he's leaning his head on my shoulder. And I'm like, what? What the hell? I'm like, okay, he's asleep. I know he's asleep. I think he's trying to get comfortable. I get that. Like, it's fine. But then it gets weirder. I think he mistook me for a pillow because he started wrapping his arm around me as he was trying to sleep. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, there's no way I'm gonna be sleeping with this, man. This is just wrong. And now it's just sitting there. It cannot get any worse than that. Oh, you Pete, oh, you sweet summer child.
Oh God.
And pretty much lucky enough, I was able to get him off me long enough before we got to the next station, because we didn't get our ride until like around 6 in the morning, so I had some time to sleep. Hit the bar, took a nap. So when they called for a number and all that stuff and everything, we got on the bus. When we didn't get off, the bus broke down.
Oh.
So you had to wait an hour. Got on the bus. Couldn't find a driver to drive it. So we had to wait another hour. Finally got a driver for said bus. Second bus broke down. I kid you not. And then finally, after another freaking hour, we got on a bus, we the driver, and we got in. It was no broken down. We finally went moving. He explained to me how this bus driver, as he was trying to go down the road, landed in some family's driveway.
Oh!
I'm looking, I'm like, this ain't the highway. Like, where are we going? I think he's trying to do a shortcut. And I look over his shoulder, I'm like, dude, this is a freaking cul-de-sac. Where the heck are you going? And it's between us, I think he was lost.
Somebody gave him some bad GPS directions.
Or he pretty much ignored it. So, yeah, I got it. And then about almost 30 or 45 minutes in, I'm like, where the frick am I going? I'm like, gosh, darn it, this just tops it all. That just tops it all. I'm like, bro. Oh, jeez. So fast forward past that, get in my apartment, all this stuff, and me, and then pretty much get to, not apartment, but like a hotel for me to stay for a couple of days. When I finally see her, because she comes to visit me for the first time, my eyes locked, like it was like a movie at first. What I saw was like in slow motion, her running towards me, like, hey, it's like a slow motion romantic thing. I'm about to like take my arms open, like, hey, I'm gonna hug her, and then reality started seeping in. I'm like, he was running a little bit too fast. Oh, she's not stopping. She's not stopping. No.
Are you basically a deer in the headlights at that point?
I'm just standing there frozen because like I can't dodge because like that's not the point of this, because she's seeing me and I'm scared. It's supposed to be like a beautiful thing, but she's barely like towards me, and my mind's like, I can't dodge this. I just gotta take this. I just gotta save my body. Like, dude, please tell me our legs are strong enough to take this. Because if it goes down, we're all going down. She freaking tackles into me, like full-on tackles, and I'm like, do not fall. Do not fall. Hold on. Everything, all this holy, do not fall. And I'm fighting in the earth to not tip over, because I'm like, she went full force, ran into me. I'm like, well, nice to finally see you. Darn it. She has some strength, y'all's what I'm telling you. Like, for my size, me saying that's saying something. If she really wanted to, she could have knocked me to the floor if she wanted to. She's that strong. So pretty much, I met her family and everything and all that. Then we got to pretty much a bonfire, basically a party where we pretty much made her friends and everything. And guess who shows up?
Is it that toxic rat that you talked about in the intermission?
The very same.
Well.
And my goodness, was my blood boiling that night. Because the thing that he did that kind of pissed me off, because like, we were getting together, pretty much I was like being polite and everything, introducing myself to other friends, having a good conversation going. We're in the house, and all of a sudden, he goes to wash her hands. Toxic rat literally walks in after her. I'm like, bro, you serious? And as much as I want to like just like go off on them and just like, nah, ain't gonna be like that. I may be pissed, but I ain't gonna be pissed enough to people make myself look like a freaking weirdo that flips out or something. So I get to know myself, separated, get myself a chance to cool down. Pretty much the actual friends that came out to talk to me and all that stuff, keep me going, all that stuff and everything. And that pretty much that's what happened. I'm like, look, calm down, we're going from that. Fast forward a little bit later, probably like a year or two later, one of the friends invited me and Galaxy out for dinner. And they pretty much tell me probably the most beautiful thing they could have told me. basically everyone in their friend group completely cut off Toxic Rat. Because pretty much they heard him pretty much talking crap about me because people saying he hated me. And I think he pretty much hated me because I ruined his plans to get with Galaxy.
Oh Lord.
And I'm like, he pretty much told me that he told me from Baden that he hated my guts. And I'm like, before this time, I probably would have been pissed. But when he told me then, I laughed. I honestly laughed because, like, bro, I knew from day one you were a sus as freak. Cause like there was no way you were just not having some kind of ulterior motives or whatever. Even Galaxy knew it too. He was that obvious. Like I said, it pretty much that instance gave me the certainty and increased and solidified that bond me and Galaxy had. It's when I finally made that important question to her. Now this is where it gets good. All that weirdo stuff is gone. This is basically all pure romantic fantasy movie ending, whatever all this.
Yeah.
So basically one day pretty much we're talking and all that stuff, and because like we've been together for years and all that, and I figured I think it was time. So what I did was I got her favorite flavor, ring pop, and I got down on one knee and proposed to her right then and there.
Nice.
And she said yes. We got a pretty much ceremony going, pictures taken, and officially we got married.
Nice.
And she's been my wife ever since. And that my friend's story how I met Galaxy and the weirdo crap that happened in the mix that led up to it.
Oh Lord, the trip alone, come to think of it. While you was trying to talk about that shit, I was trying to scramble, see which of the strange shit that happened to me on my several trips before 2020, when I just simply couldn't go anywhere anymore. I was like trying to compare if this, the trips that I had to your strange, somehow cursed one, because I do remember a few tidbits here and there. Basically, my first flight, basically me being so fucking scared shitless, and me arriving at Baltimore and being picked up by my friends, completely drained, dizzy, couldn't hear very well, considering that was my first ever flight. Then there's also one time when basically, I believe it was in 2012, my friends ended up inviting me to help me get to Anaheim, California, because there was a My Little Pony fan convention in Anaheim, and on the train there, I took several trains there just to get there because I wasn't dealing with a plane, and I was afraid to fly. But I basically was taken to Southwest Chief on Amtrak, and in the morning of day 2, somebody who got on just suddenly fainted in the middle of breakfast, far away from, like a couple of tables down from me. Trying to think. And then also on the same train, because of changes in elevation, one of my fillings started aching because of the changes in elevation, because we went through the Rockies, so it all of a sudden had me hurting in pain for a good chunk of the night. Trying to think. I'm not sure if any of my trips were as cursed as yours. Okay, what? There was like, what? Like one day I had to deal with it. You trying to figure out how to navigate fucking New York? I don't think any of mine came close.
Did you see that's still fair share freaking cursed trips, man? That's still a fair share.
Yeah.
I don't think I would be able to handle all that stuff.
like Amtrak or the one flight that I went with Southwest having to replace an entire, having to deal with some replacement because ours broke down or some shit. I don't think I've reached to that point. I don't think I've.
It was like the worst luck that day. It was like 2 of the 3 buses that got in, 2 broke down. Immediately, before we even pulled out.
Hold on though, one question though. Was it through Greyhound?
Not to lie, it was Greyhound.
No.
Both the trip to and from, all of it was Greyhound. Every single bus.
Well, sometimes they do have some issues here and there. I've only taken a few of them, considering sometimes the routes that I have to go to in order to get to my destination, sometimes they are with Greyhound. I don't think I ever had an issue with that. There was one strange, interesting story though through Greyhound, at least. One break between one rest stop. I can't remember which year, but it was basically when I was trying to get home from one of the conventions. I believe it was somewhere between Chicago and Indianapolis, probably north of Lafayette, Indiana. Basically, we ended up having a rest stop, basically to stretch our legs because it was going to be a while. There was an elderly person that just basically was just kind of feeling a little bit miserable, a little bit, and some people was like, okay, there's a nearby restaurant, we can try to get you a little bit of meal, here's $20. About it, really. Other than that, I don't think I ever. The only issue I had with Greyhound was basically being a little too fat for their seats. Remember, at last check, I'm like right now, fucking still hovering 260, 270. So, and that was like the other, I think a month or so ago. So I'm way too wide for Southwest, I'm way too wide for Greyhound, but I'm just fine on Amtrak.
Just, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that was an eventful incident. Oh, it actually took longer than I thought. Yeah, that was a fruitful episode. Also, what do you think?
I think we did good. A little discussion here and there. We didn't have to go fucking paranoid. We just basically talked about some good shit we dealt with.
Yeah. Like I said before, this is pretty much what you're going to be expecting from future episodes. We only will talk about like something that makes us paranoid if it comes up that we want to discuss it. But stuff like this, please look forward to those because these are the main goal of this series. So, we're gonna wrap up here. Looks like I do a whole lot of editing tonight, so we're gonna get this end right here. So, also, any final words for the folks?
Basically, not everything is just basically how to shop smart. Basically, if it's easy to find in a thrift store, you go there and do it. And if it's very specific, yeah, you probably will have to do it through that. But hey, sometimes shopping smart is the only way you can be able to overcome these very strange events at times.
That's true. That's very true. If I'm saying today, love can come in many shapes and sizes. And when it happens here, it can be the most funniest thing in the world. But when it does come, don't get that wrong with it, man. It's your one might be right around the corner when you least expect it. This is Dan Waterman and Monasconso signing out saying stay hydrated, stay classy, stay friendly. Take care of yourselves out there, guys.